Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I wanted to chat about some palettes that I feel like would be really appropriate for Valentine's Day. Just give me kind of those Valentine's-y vibes, lots of pinks and reds. Even if you're someone who's not into Valentine's Day and you just like pink and red eyeshadow, this would be a good video for you. I'm hoping this will just inspire you to go through your collection and maybe play with some things you already own, or maybe this will introduce a palette that you've been missing in your life. I've done videos with all of these palettes across my different platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, sometimes all three, and you can check those out if you need some inspo. I'll also have all of these palettes linked down below for you, as well as any discount codes if I have any. Before we get into the video though, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram and TikTok by the time this video goes up. As far as my accessories today go, I truly could not tell you where this choker's from. I've had it for so long, like longer than I can remember. This is just a wig off of Amazon and then a CC brand beanie. So yeah, without further ado, we're just gonna hop in and chat about these 10 palettes that I picked out that give me Valentine's vibes. All right, first things first, we could probably just start with the one that I used today. It is the new Nomad Cosmetics Verona Love and Death. This is new from Nomad and it is literally perfect. I love this one. I know not everyone vibes with this kind of packaging, but I kind of like that it separates into two different 9-pans like this. Look how beautiful these colors are. It's so pretty. I love all these various pinks and reds. They all have different levels of depth and undertones, and I'm really happy to have all of them. And I like that we have this really smoky, moody side as well. I like that I can kind of pair these plummy burgundy shades with the brightness. We also have those gray blues. So this one isn't like you're stuck in a box of only pink and red. You can kind of mix and match and do different things with this one. I'm really into this one so far. I think the shimmers are really pretty. They add really nice shifts on the lids. And so far I am loving this one and I think it'd be perfect for this Valentine's season. One thing about me is I love pink, red, and purple eyeshadow together, and this next one is so cute for that. My second pick is the Oden's Eye Amber Tears palette. It's so cute. I love a pinky red purple color story. I like that there's the peachy vibes in here. We have these toasty warm colors in the bottom, this really pretty shifty kind of like iridescent bluey purple topper. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I've really enjoyed playing this one. It's very much a cutesy vibe and this one makes me really happy. I want to try to play with it soon. Probably not before Valentine's Day because I'm already swamped with things to film, but maybe sometime this spring I'll be busting this one out again. Another one that's more cutesy vibes would be the Colourpop So Very Lovely palette. Again, we just have kind of a mix of like these soft pinky purples. We have a mixture of neutrals in here as well, so maybe if you're someone who's a little afraid of color, this one could be a fun one to have. Who knows if this one's even available. Colourpop just continues things faster than they can release them, I feel like. But this one does have a really good mixture of neutrals with those pops of color, softer tones. So if you're just kind of stepping your foot into color, this one could be really fun to play with. But I also just think it's really pretty. I think it's a really well curated color story and I've had fun with this one. I think it's fun. Next up, heavily unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't vibe with this palette. I, however, think it's wonderful. The Melt Cosmetics Millennial Pinks palette. Melt Cosmetics, they do something to some people. There's like such a divide on different palettes. Some people see a lot of inconsistencies. I've personally never met a Melt palette that I don't like, and this one is included in that. So cute. I love kind of this millennial pink with these bluey grays together. I think this one's a lot of fun. Again, you can do kind of these cutesy romantic pinky vibes, but you can also smoke it out and make it really dark and dramatic and just something super fun. I think this is a really fun palette to work with and I'm happy to have it. And I think it would be really, really fun for Valentine's Day. Next up is one that's no longer available. It was part of the Unearthly Cosmetics Valentine's mystery box, but if you bought that box, then you already have this palette. Maybe it'll inspire you to bust this one out and use it for Valentine's Day this year. It's the Surrender palette. I love this. It's like grungy Valentine's Day and I think it's so fun. I've really enjoyed playing with this one. I think it's a fantastic palette. These shimmers are so smooth on the lids and they have really pretty shifts on the eye. I love these different like muted plummy shades with the brighter red, the softer pinks. I like that we have kind of this like mustardy shade. I think it's a fun mixture of colors. I've really enjoyed playing with this one and I definitely knew I was gonna have to include it in this video. Hopefully they bring this back permanently, but if they don't, there is another one from Unearthly that I really like that I hope is still available. I'm pretty sure it is. It's the Sleepover palette. This came out last year and I still think it's a lot of fun. I love a purpley pink situation. I think this one is so cute. These shimmers have beautiful twinkles and shifts on the lid. I like the different range of tones. Like we have a nice light to deep with the mattes. I feel like there's a lot you can do with this. Again, you can do kind of softer, cutesy looks, but you can also do things that are more dark, dramatic, more vampy, and I like that. I like that you can get a pretty good range with this, even though it's only 9 pans. Next up, this one like breaks my heart because it's no longer available. The company's no longer available. This is a collab that came out years ago, but I still adore this and I still think it's perfect for this time of year. This was the collab between Midas Cosmetics and Smokey Glow. I love Hannah so much. I absolutely adore her and I still think she killed it with this collab. It's so cute. Again, the pinky red purple vibes. It's so fun. There are some beautiful, beautiful shimmers in here. Nutty and Leno are just such beautiful shifty duochromes on the lids. Obviously you can't get this one anymore. This came out years ago, but if you have this kicking around your collection, I highly recommend busting it out and playing with it. I really want to play with this one again soon. It's just so cute. I feel like you have a really good range with the mattes, and the shimmers just add something so special. There's a lot you can do with this palette, and I still think it's wonderful. Next up, we are getting through it. I had to include the Give Me Glow Vivid Rose. This one is just like pure Valentine's vibes. It is so pretty, not only with the color story, but also the floral theme. I feel like that's just very fitting for this time of year. I love these specific shades of pinks and purples. I think there's a lot you can do with this. I like that we have kind of a mixture of like the hot pink, the bubblegum pink, the soft muted pink, and then with the purples we have kind of this brighter, more poppin' purple, and then this very like inky, violet-y, deeper purple. And then we have kind of these mauve neutrals. The shimmers are so pretty. I've enjoyed playing with this one every single time I've picked it up, and I think this one is such a good choice for Valentine's Day. Next up is one that didn't release for Valentine's Day. It actually released for Halloween. However, I still think it's very perfect for this time of year as well. It's the Lunar Beauty Moon Spell Volume 2. This launched Halloween time of 2021, I believe. And again, I'm a sucker for that purple pinky red color story. I love this palette. I think it's so fun. I love the original Moon Spell. I love this one just as well. And I love it for this time of year. I think it's so pretty. The shimmers in here are so sparkly, especially Luna. And I love all these different mattes. Again, we have a really good range of depth in here. We have things that are brighter, things that are more muted, things that are really deep. I think there's so much you can do with this. I think it's super fun. Again, you can do things that are a little more soft and playful, but you can also do things that are super dramatic and vampy. I absolutely adore this one, and I'm pretty sure this one's still available. The first Moon Spell is not, but I think this one still is. Again, everything will be linked down below if it's available. And finally, last but not least, this one's a little more on the neutral end of the spectrum, but I still think it's very perfect for Valentine's Day, for spring in general. I think it's so cute. It is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics The Dollhouse palette. It's just so pretty. I call this my like romantic grungy garden, and I stand by that. You have just the perfect gradient. Blend Bunny is so good with the gradients of like light, mids, deeps. You can do things again that are very soft and ethereal, but also very dark and vampy. We have really pretty, rich, like pinky shades. Even with all of the pastel-y shades, you can do things that are a little more purpley. You can kind of pair those purples and pinks together. Of course, there's other colors in here as well, but I still think this one's pretty appropriate for Valentine's Day. It gives those soft romantic vibes. I always feel really pretty when I use this one. This one's a good go-to for me. I think I actually took this on my cruise last year with Zane for our anniversary, for our many times belated honeymoon that didn't happen in 2020. And I really enjoyed having this one on deck. Pun not intended, even though we were on a cruise ship. But yeah, this one was a really fun one to have. I feel just really pretty when I use this one, and I think it'd be a good pick for this time of year as well. And that rounds it up. I just wanted a nice, short, sweet video chatting about my picks for Valentine's Day this year. Again, also, even if you're not into Valentine's Day, but just like pinky, purpley, red vibes, these are my top 10. There's of course other things I totally could have picked in my collection, but I wanted to narrow it down to my 10 favorites at this moment for this specific reason. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have any of these? Do you want any of these? What would your picks be for Valentine's Day, whether you celebrate or not? I don't want the comments full of Valentine's haters. That's boring. Valentine's Day is an easy holiday to hate, but I think it's super cute. I love seeing the pink hearts everywhere. I like mixing kind of the spooky with the cutesy, with like Valentine's Day and Halloween merged together. And I love pink, red, and purple. So this is a really fun time of year for me, and I would love to hear what your eyeshadow picks would be if you end up celebrating or just would pick in general. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave a lot of heart emojis for Valentine's Day? And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the Baddie Bean fam. I am Baddie Bean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe. If you want to see more of my videos, I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Absol! Abby! Why are you crying? You want to come in? Do you like to say hello? This is my Valentine. Absol, say hi. Look at those feet.